Hi, everyone, and welcome to Angela Smith and Co-Eds presents What's the Business? We're really excited to have you join us on today, and I'm going to give you just a little bit of background information on how this show kind of came about. Many of you know my dear friend, Mr. Dominic Smith, also known as D. Martez, and he started a show, a little talk show called Co-Eds that Shanna Marie Burris, as well as Brian Jordan, myself, and D. Martez were all a part of. Unfortunately, 3 years ago, he passed away. It was very untimely and certainly unexpected. And so we stopped doing the show, but as of late, I've made, and actually because many of you sent me inbox messages and just saying, hey, we would love for you guys to do the show again. There's so many issues that are happening here and we want to talk about it. So thank you so much for encouraging us to do this. And so I'm going to introduce everyone to you. Of course, my name is Angela Smith, and here we have...
I'm Kevin Tremaine.
I'm Corey Stewart.
And I'm Tavia.
And it is so good to have all of you guys. Let me tell you, everyone here, I just love them dearly. They're all extremely educated, very opinionated, which will make for a very interesting show. And so we're just going to get started with our topics. Also, please don't hesitate to like us on Facebook. It's What's the Business, and that's BIZNESS, as well as if you have any information and you just kind of want to ask us some questions, because we are going to have a segment of our show, and we're going to call that segment of the show, Tell Me Your Business. And that's going to be for entrepreneurs. We want to know what your business is. If you are a singer, if you have some talent that you would love to share with everyone, we would love to know what that business is. In addition to that, as I said before, you can go ahead and send us an email, and that email address is what's the business, BIZNESS 16 at yahoo.com. If you have any questions or comments for any of us, we would love to hear it. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Today is Sunday, November the 13th, and we have some birthdays today, some celebrity birthdays. We have Jimmy Kimmel. Today is his birthday. I like Jimmy.
Scorpio season.
Well, them Scorpios, honey, I don't know much about no. They sting us. I don't really fool with no Scorpios.
Yes, we do.
Well, we do. And the shade has already begun. And also, Whoopi Goldberg is having a birthday today. Our sweet little princess, Nia Long. She has a birthday today, as well as Mr. Henry the Fonz Winkler. So today, hey, that's old school. So I know some of you who are watching this don't have a clue to who the Fonz was, but he was everything, honey, back in the day.
Yes.
So he was.
Yes.
Now you know I love what?
Me.
Well, I love Chachi and all that, but you know Scott Baio, I'm through with him.
What happened?
Oh my gosh, he was just the way he talked about Trump, and it was so racist, his comments. I was really outdone, you know. Child, honey, y'all got to stay in the news, honey. So today we are going to talk about the presidential election.
Oh, I have a lot to say about that.
Trump's Clinton. Trump's Clinton. What do you guys think about that?
First of all, it speaks volumes to me to the caliber of people who would support, vote, nominate someone who blatantly speaks against Latinos, women, African Americans, Muslims, and the list goes on and on. Seems like to me he said every god-awful thing that he could think of to tick people off, and it won him the presidency.
I mean,
figure that.
I know, but don't you guys think that he was saying the things that America wanted to hear, and that's why he won?
Which parts of America?
The majority.
Well, you know what? Let's take that back, Tay. Not really the majority, because the majority vote was won by Hillary Clinton.
Vote, Clinton.
So she won, but he won the electoral votes. I mean,
if you saw where he
largely
was
won.
winning, it was the majority of those rural, white, Caucasian areas, non-educated whites.
You know, what's also disheartening is not only that he won the election based on the type of candidate that he was, but when we look at the voting numbers, less people voted in this election. Trump actually had less votes than Mitt Romney did in 2012 and
Yes.
won.
And won.
So that goes to show you how much of the electorate of the Democratic Party has gone down. A lot of people thought that he wasn't going to win, that he there was no way, no chance in hell, but obviously he did.
I think that's why a lot of people did not vote.
And now this man is in charge of the FBI, the CIA, the NSA, the IRS. Ironically, didn't even release his tax returns. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I don't like it, and I was trying to get everyone who did vote, because there were a lot of people who even coming out now and saying, I wish I would have voted.
Absolutely.
Like, yeah, it's too late now. So.
Absolutely. Well, Oprah Winfrey said that she was initially in disbelief that Donald Trump had won, but then she said that hope is still alive, and that was in quotes. Hope is still alive after she heard that President Obama said that he was encouraged that all of that Trump was so willing to work with the people of his staff. So for the transition of power. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
It's interesting to me because he's doubling down on everything that he said he was going to do. He said he was going to get completely rid of Obamacare and replace it. Now he's saying he's keeping some parts of it. He said he was going to completely do away with the Iran deal. Now he's saying he's going to keep it like it is. So a lot of things that he said he was going to do.
His wall is turned into a fence.
Oh, he just gonna have a fence? Because, child, I said, I wonder what that wall gonna look like.
I think it's easy to say what you're going to do until you actually sit down. By now, he has had his first true intelligence briefing, so he knows the ins and the outs of what really is going on. So
I think he's scared.
Yeah, I think he surprised himself.
Yeah, I don't really think he thought he was gonna win, and that's why he was saying all of the god awful things he could say. But I saw an interview that Bill Clinton did 2 days ago, and he said, "Yeah, I was gung ho for the presidency. I ran for it. I thought I knew everything."
Right.
He said, "But as soon as I got inaugurated, that's when they really gave me complete openness about what's going on with the country, and I got nervous and started having second thoughts about me being president."
It becomes shocker. It's
so
a
I
shocker.
think Donald Trump is right now going through that.
He's at the same place.
Same place.
Well, did you guys hear that President Trump President-elect Trump. I'm just gonna call him Trump. I'm just gonna call him Trump. He never called my President Obama. They took the president completely off his name, which I thought was so disrespectful. Yeah. So as of right now, he's just Trump to me. And so Trump sent a 10-point plan to media takeout, outlining media takeout. Yes. Look, I just got this information. He sent a 10-point plan to media takeout outlining the policies that he proposed back in North Carolina. And in the election, he said, in election after election, Democratic Party leaders take African American voters for granted. And year after year, the condition of Black America gets worse. So he says that he plans to do something for our inner city schools, and he's going to have business tax cuts and financial reforms and crime reduction and new infrastructure investments for Louisiana. Or not just for Louisiana, for all of the United States and all of the inner cities. He wants to help us, Black America.
Okay, if that be the case, why would he send that to an internet that's basically catered to African Americans?
Because he said he knows that we read that.
The masses.
He says, and that was a good question. He said because he knows that we read that. That's what we read. So he wants to make sure he gets the message out to the African American voters that he wants to help. Look, I'm all about some help. If you're going to do something for the people, I'm all about you helping the people, but at what cost?
Here's my thing, because there were a lot of blacks who were, wanted Obama to be, President Obama to be more, to do more. He didn't do enough for the black folks, look, black people just didn't elect him off. He was everybody's president. So if Trump says he's going to change that, the Republicans are in charge of the legislative, executive, judicial branch. They will have the Supreme Court, I'm sure, after January 20th. So we'll see what they are able to do. And we can judge them accordingly after 4 years.
We'll see. We shall see. Y'all, you know what? Chime in. Let us know what you guys think about this. We love to hear about it. Because, talk has been said that these Russians are not excited for no reason at all.
Well, I thought I heard that they came out saying they had been in contact with him throughout his entire campaign.
Yes. Come
and
on.
why is it that he has not shown us the tax returns, because that would prove to us
You
if
don't
he had
need
any
to
type
know.
of dealings with Russia.
You got the wrong information. You know what? You worried about the wrong thing. Or at least that's what he's telling all of
What he's
America.
telling us.
We
And
shall
another
see.
thing that, and I'm a point
Yes,
that
yes.
caught me off guard.
Yes.
Okay, Putin was the first person to call and congratulate
Yes.
of the world leaders.
Yes.
And he also said now he is willing and ready
Willing and
to
ready.
come to the table with Trump
Yes.
and get the relations between USA and Russia back where it needs to be. Putin has never been willing to do that with any other president. So why this one all of a sudden?
Ding, 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 ding.
Help me,
ding,
somebody. It's
ding,
quiet
ding.
in the house.
We have been
It's quiet in
bamboozled.
the house.
Like Latavia's so quiet, which is like shocking me that she is so quiet. Honey, the church always got something to talk about.
And you see her rocking.
So I
side
see
to
her
side like
rocking.
some other-
I don't know. We're gonna move on. We're gonna go to the next
She's waiting
subject.
for you to tune up.
So she in prayer.
We're gonna move on to the next subject. And we're gonna talk about. I don't know if you guys heard about Christian Clark, 21 years old, who allegedly smothered her 21-year-old son and sent the text messages to the father, and she's also sent a picture of the boy's lifeless body to the father. Did you guys read anything about
Yeah,
that?
they were charging the baby daddy as well, right?
What? Tell me with what? Nah,
I'm
what's the
not sure.
business?
Accessory?
Um,
What?
I don't know. I just know they were
Oh,
arguing.
I think I know what you're talking.
I think-
Because he did not call the authorities
Right,
as
he
soon
didn't.
as he
That's
got
exactly
He
what
just
I read.
he continues
That's
to argue
exactly
with
what
her.
I
Right, he
read.
continued to-
So had she threatened the child, and then she said, "I'm gonna kill him if you don't do something," and then he.
That's exactly what happened. Supposedly, she allegedly told the father that she no longer wanted the kids. Now, she assumed that the baby daddy was having an affair, that he was messing around with some other chicks or females or whatever. And so she was really disenfranchised with all of that. And so she just decided she was going to take it into her own hands and tell him, I don't want these kids. You need to come get them. They never came and picked the kids up. He was so upset about that. I mean, what do y'all think about a woman who does that? Literally, she smothered and killed this child. She tried to kill the daughter, his daughter as well. And she said, she sent him a text message and said, well, apparently her lungs are too strong. This bee just won't stop breathing. I'm sorry I killed my favorite one.
Wow.
Yeah, what do y'all think about that? Like, I really want to
Something
know
like
what you
that
think.
does not just happen, number one.
Right.
I agree.
And,
21 years old.
and somebody's gonna see the signs. You're gonna let it be known that that's on the inside of you, some kind of way.
Right.
But it speaks volumes to the type of person who you'll do anything to hurt your baby's father, even to the point of killing your own.
Just
flesh
to
and
get
blood,
attention.
Right.
just to get back attention from him.
Mhm.
Somebody who probably doesn't want to deal with you on that intimate level anymore. So that speaks volumes.
Yeah, I agree with
That's
that.
crazy.
Yeah.
And does it say how old this girl is?
She's 21.
21.
Oh,
And you have a lot of
Jesus.
females nowadays who feel that if they have children for a man, that they got him locked down. But that doesn't put restrictions on him.
Right,
Just
right.
by giving him children.
Right.
He is locked down for 18 years financially, but that's about
Well,
it.
yeah, but that's not even, I mean, I don't even agree with that, because not even financially, because unfortunately, so many deadbeat dads, or you're around here, you're doing your thing, you're not taking care of your kids, you won't even see your kids. So unfortunately, it's, for me, I feel like it's very sad for a woman to think that she can have a baby for a man, and that's going to quote unquote lock him down.
And just for the record, when she was saying you're not doing it, she wasn't talking about me.
No, there was no shade going on this side. No shade going
That
on
neck
this
got
side.
to rolling, the hair started
I'm
bouncing a
just
little bit.
saying. I'm just saying.
Oh, wow.
So the last thing we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about black-owned businesses. Do you guys think that we should support black-owned businesses just because they're black?
Yeah.
I don't agree with that. Go
I
ahead,
do.
state your case. Because we got about 2 minutes that we got left that we're going to talk about this.
Well, I have a different mindset when it comes to that, but I feel like why go across town to get the same product, the same item from someone of a different race? We're not talking about customer service and none of that, because we always like to use that excuse.
But Keva, would y'all not agree that customer service is a big part of
Customer
getting-
service is a big part, but my complaint with us as a people, we will take one bad experience from a business of color and lump every business
Wow.
of color into the same. I will
I agree
never
with
go
that.
to another black business because
Yeah.
they don't know how to. They don't do this. They just from one
I
experience.
think we walk into some black business and say, well, I'm gonna try them out, but they better not be like,
Wait.
one thing, oh my God, it's 5 men. If I'd have went to the white people, I mean, we do that a lot.
But
So I
let us
agree.
go to
But
that white Walmart
I'm gonna
and
say
then people
this.
follow us all around the aisle and we still going
I'm gonna say this and I'll be done. I will support a black business, but I would expect that business to operate as any other business should. I'm not gonna give you any leeway because
I completely agree with
you
that.
are mine. Yeah. Now, if my cousin business, I'll be like, come on, it's between us. You're my
Right.
cousin.
I completely agree with that. I mean, were you about to say something?
No, I agree.
Because I'm going to tell you what I feel. I believe that every person, if you are in business, I'm certainly going to support black-owned businesses because I know how difficult, being a black female, how difficult it is to be in business and not be able to truly, be able to get the same support that anyone else would get if they know that you are black. However, with that being said, I do expect that I don't want just the same product. I want the same customer service. I don't want to go, one of the things that just drives me, and I know it drives y'all too. Don't you hate it when you go to a store and Becky with the good hair is like, hi, oh my God, is there anything I can help you with? And they're just so kind and so friendly. And then you see Banisha, Baniqua, I don't know, whatever we want to call our good sisters. And they like, and you say, excuse me, can you tell me? And they're like, I don't know what I said. And I'm about to get up. Like, that is aggravating to me. So when I go to a
Say one thing,
business,
because Kevin's about to go. Let me say one thing really quick.
blow up.
That's all I'm gonna say. I think this is a call because black people have a high earning power. We spend so much of our
Billions.
income,
Yes.
billions of money. So I think this is a call for blacks to support black businesses, but also a call to black businesses to step their game up and to just be the best business that you can be. Kevin, I'm sorry.
But where did that come from?
Where did the what come from? The attitude?
The mindset that we
It's
have
just us as
that
a people.
we as
We do that
our
a lot.
black business need to
Yeah.
step it up and on. And I'm asking that because once upon a time there was such a thing called Auburn Avenue, street full of nothing but black businesses.
Okay.
Once upon a time there was a thing called Black Wall Street, which is in
That's right.
Tulsa.
Right.
Nothing but black businesses.
Right,
And
absolutely.
I'm sure we would come to one of those businesses and somebody might have had a bad day and they didn't, treat the customer right or approach the customer right.
Right.
But that did not turn us off from going to that business.
But when it's a constant, and I think that a lot of times, unfortunately, it becomes a constant. It becomes a constant. It's
A constant at the
always-
particular business or a constant every time you go to any business of color?
I'm just speaking from
I guess
my experience.
my
But
experience,
I know
yeah.
if I spend my coins, I want. It does have to be overly pleasant. Don't follow me around, ask me every 5 minutes. You need this,
Right, right.
But at least a speaker, at least smile, at least put the money in my hand, my change, do a few things. And I don't judge all businesses the same because I know some great black businesses. I really do.
Absolutely.
I've gone to some establishments which are probably owned by those of the Caucasian race, and I didn't have a great experience. I'm just gonna call if it's bad, whoever it is. If it's great, I'm gonna call and say it was great.
I think that all of that has an underlying hint of,
There is some of that.
you know how the self-hatred with the media, black is bad, natural hair is bad,
Yeah.
put the relaxer in.
Nothing wrong with a relaxing now.
Your
Nothing wrong
hips
with
are
that.
too big. At one point in time, your hips were too big
That's right.
and
Your
all
lips
this,
were
and
too
y'all
big.
had.
Your butt's too
But
big.
now, as you can see, the
Everyone
other people
embraces
of other
us
races
in
are-
our race,
So
yeah.
I said all that to say this. I think even with that self-hatred, with how the media portrays us as unattractive and so on, the same mindset goes toward us supporting ourselves. It's all about trying to keep us divided. So we're gonna subliminally put it out there that black businesses are bad, so that y'all can keep coming over here. We'll go to the Asians, we'll go to the Iranians,
Yeah.
and those are people of color. But we
Absolutely.
won't come to anybody who looks just like us.
Absolutely.
And that's doing nothing but continuing to keep that power that we have from coming together.
Well, that's all for today, everybody. Thank you so much for watching us. We really, really appreciate you tuning in. Please keep in mind, too, if you have any questions or you want to chime in about something or you just want to send us or drop us a line and tell us what you think about us and what you think about our show. We'd love to hear what you have to say. And all you got to do is drop us an email at whatsthebusiness, BIZNESS, @yahoo.com. That's .com. And you can also like us on Facebook, as well as you can subscribe to us on YouTube. YouTube, same thing. What's the Business? BIZNESS. We love to hear from you. And as my friend D. Martez would say, we love you watching.
Cheers.